I think we should give people permission to unlove us, to stop loving us. But we must never give people permission to disrespect us. Sure. That is a boundary we must always say. You cannot talk down on me. You cannot embarrass me. You cannot lay your hands on me. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree. We are adults. Nobody is another person. I don't know where people get this mindset that when I marry you, I make you my slave or something. Have you heard that people will show you instructions? You must not hang out with those friends. I said, if you try out, you suffer consequences.
Who are you talking to?
Imagine. Imagine. There are people who have forgotten that love does not mean being bound.
Right. And that's not to say that your partner shouldn't say anything and you don't do. I don't think that's the point here. We're talking about people who are controlling and are overpowering over you. Now, true love, even in faith, is obedience.
Exactly.
Right? So if you know something is going to bother your partner, don't do it.
And there comes a time that I can tell you what I'm uncomfortable with.
Right.
We can discuss respectfully.
Right. But this thing of
not a person issuing restraining orders as if they are talking to their servant or talking to a child. I said, don't remove that cloth, remove, check. And there are ladies who try to control their men like puppets, especially if the man has been a sinner before. You know those guys who have been caught sinning and they repented, but they were forgiven under very strict conditions that they must never say hi to anybody else. They must never carry anybody in the car, chase anybody in the car. So I have met brothers who agreed to pardon on very impossible terms. And they tell them, what you don't realize is this is no longer a relationship.
Yeah.
There's no trust anymore. Okay. There's no respect anymore.
Okay. Mercy from Nakuru here is saying, morning Joyce, how are you? I missed the morning devotion. How will I get it? You can watch it on YouTube. That link will be provided later. Someone here is saying, hey Joyce, please help me differentiate between mistrust and insecurities. I feel like I need to get that.
Sometimes insecurities are not about a particular person. It could be something with you that you have a tendency to fear. Fear that is disproportionate to the threat. Okay, that's insecure. Okay, secure means assured and confident. All right, insecure means not assured and fearful. Are we together? Now, mistrust is towards a person. You mistrust a particular person because they have given you reasons, or you yourself interpreted things to mean that you cannot count on them to do the right thing.
Right.
And
so you don't trust a person for cheating if they've cheated.
Exactly.
But you have insecurities about cheating even when the person hasn't cheated.
You could be coming from your exes, your past
experience.
experiences.
Right.
And we must also warn people that sometimes people are insecure about you because they know your capacity. Did I warn men not to sleep with women whom they intend to marry? Because you are showing her what you are capable of, that you can do that to women. And he keeps being afraid that you are doing with others what you did to her. And if you are one of the sexual discipline is mandatory, Joyce. We need to tell all men who are pursuing any career, who have a calling in life, who have to walk a straight path. Proverbs insists so strongly that you must tame your horses. And that's one of the battles. You know, we are being taught to conquer the world. But we don't know that conquering the world is easier than conquering yourself.
That's right.
We must tell men that there's another world inside to conquer. And I use men more because, as I told you, whenever you see another male and Morani, pray for us.
So all those brothers out there using Songs of Solomon, put a ring on it first.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to be quoting that when you're not even married yet. Like, you know.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the men. It's mistrust is about what a person has shown you they're capable of, but sometimes you're mistrusting them because of their history.
Okay. Speaking of maybe mistrusting someone because of their history, someone here says, good morning, Joyce and Benjamin. Every time I snoop in my man's phone, I always find him flirting with girls, and every time I confront him, he always says he doesn't mean what he writes. Okay. So So I wonder, is that their nature or what? That always triggers me to leave him and go away with my baby. Please advise.
You've entertained that behavior for too long.
Yeah.
First of all, the snooping is not a good thing, but when you suspect mischief, you have the right to look because I have given you my heart. We're in a relationship. I'm vulnerable to you. I will not be policing you, but I can look when I have reasons to look. And I should always know the passwords. I should always know I will not be using them every day, but if need be, again, you can collapse. And I'm the only partner who they will call, hey, come help your husband. Then I start saying, I also can't open the phone. You know? But listen, when a person violates, cheating, we said, is not just sexual, sometimes it's emotional.
Yeah.
Sometimes using the same emotional attention and praising a person the same way you'd have praised me. Flat, you should draw the boundary. You should make it known to him that you do not want that.
Yeah.
And you guys would come at an agreement. If you cannot stop this, me, I can't put up with it.
Yeah.
Simple.
And I agree. I think maybe she's put up with this for too long.
Yes.
Because how are you caught flirting and then you say you didn't mean what you wrote?
Why did you write it?
Yeah.
How can the one you wrote to know that you did not mean or you meant it?
Wow. Okay. Someone else says, hey, Benjamin.
How many times?
3 times they've called you. They say you're brighter than 24 elders put together.
Thank you.
I wish you were my high school teacher. Ningepata A+ in your subject.
Thank.
I'm learning a lot. That's Haggai Nelson watching from.
Oh, it's a guy.
It's
Yeah,
a guy.
a brother is learning.
A brother
Who
is
was asking where are the good men? There is one of them. Haggai, are you married, man? I want to advertise you.
Oh my. Okay. Someone here is saying, hey Joyce, I need advice. I'm in Kitengela. I was once in a relationship, but we were struggling with the boy. Kwanza umemwita boy, I think that's already a problem. Maybe he wasn't mature enough. But anyway, you say we were struggling with the boy because he had girl issues, a lot of girls, and we used to break up, but because of the love we got back. I've not finished the SMS though.
I know it.
Wait,
okay, continue. I know what is going on.
Oh Lord. One day I got pregnant, and for
I told you I know.
for
what
the
is going on.
first month he was okay, but then the next month he started looking for a reason for us to break up.
Of course.
So one day he came and carried all his belongings. We were living in the same house. After a while, his friends, oh, this is quite a long SMS. Okay, let me read. Oh my, it's very long. Let me read it quickly. After a while, his friends came to know I was carrying his child. He came and told me if I wanted anything, I could ask for help. The pregnancy was on the 5th month, and I went to ask for money to go to the hospital. I found another woman at his house. I felt bad. I even became more sick. Okay, let me try and fast forward this message here.
Do you need to read all?
It's quite long. It's probably the longest SMS I've ever received.
But we have received enough facts.
We've received enough
I
facts.
can tell you what is going on. This is a pre-25. And that's dating a pre-30. They don't know what they're doing. She gets pregnant like if it's...
I have to read this part. I have to
Okay,
read this part.
please read it.
So I guess she got the baby, informed him and his mother. For the first week, the mom kept checking on them, then suddenly stopped. He pleaded for her to forgive him. Wasn't sure he had changed, but she really loved him, so she forgave him. And then
Of
he
course.
told her he doesn't have a phone, but in the real sense, he changed his number. And the friend sent screenshots, and he was in pictures with another girl. The baby is 5 months old, and he's only sent 2,000 shillings.
Tired of this nonsense.
2,000
Let's
shillings
go down.
since
Forget
the
about
baby
how
was
much.
born.
Even if it was 200,000.
That is
Let's
wrong.
go back.
That
Let's go
is
back to
wrong.
this. Let's go back to this. This girl acted senseless without thinking. You do not get pregnant without checking who you're dealing with. You don't live with a man before he marries you. You don't date before you develop your career and have money to finance your own life. You do not date a man who is still exploring with women. You first define your career, grow up, know where you're going, get a man who can do that. This nonsense is avoidable. Don't tell me about you traumatizing
made
this
her
stupidity.
mad.
Listen, grow up. Relationship is not oxygen. You grow up fast. Don't remove your clothes except when you go to the bedroom. When you removed the clothes for him, did you think you were going to perform sacred dances in the nude? Along the way I got pregnant. Did the pregnancy descend by wind pollination? What are you thinking when you had sex?
Y'all done made him mad.
This is a pre-25 nonsense I said I want to talk about. If you act without thinking, you end up with this kind of nonsense. Think first. Don't get relationships before you develop yourself. Have your own money. Know what you want. Date a man who is going somewhere, who is serious with you, who is now disciplined, who is settled. Thank you for bringing that up. I hope pre-25s listen.
Cross your legs, ladies. Keep them together.
That's the nonsense I deal in my inbox every day. And they have the whole hour to write 5 pages. And then the mother did this, and then the ex did this, and then I found this one. And I don't have time to read nonsense.
My chair is shaking. I feel like I'm going to fall down.
This is stupidity. Ruin. Do you know why I'm annoyed? This is a dream shattered. This girl had potentials. This girl had a gift to give the world. Look, us and you are suffering for the wastage of your dreams now. Now you are firefighting, running after a man, talking about 2000, talking about the mother, talking about cows. How did you end up here? Why did you live with a man? Where was your family? You should have been home. Anyway.
No, it's true. It's true. And we need to have these conversations. I think we need to do better for ourselves.
When you are young, read the Bible when you are young. Preach in church when you are young. Go to Kesha when you are young. Develop your skills. How did Zuckerberg invade Facebook? Was he sleeping with a girl? He was experimenting with his gifts. The reason we are that word, Joyce, is because this is what our young people are doing. Who invented WhatsApp? A guy was trying to experiment and try things. No, we need, and I've asked God to give me 20% of young people who have their heads straight, who can hear this message and start by developing themselves before they go to relationships. You need to find your calling in life first, before you remove your clothes and start having sex.
Jameni Benjamin aletewe maji na towel.
Joyce, let me tell young people, this is not what you need. You need first to develop your skills. Bring your gift to the world. We need it.
And Aki, gentlemen, step up. Seriously. It's not just the chick here, even the guys, step up. And how are you a father and you've sent 2,000 bob to your father? I mean,
he was not trying to be a father. He was trying to have fun. Okay, father should be responsible, but this is not a father. This is a wild boy.
It's a boy.
Thank you. Wild.
It's a boy.
I told you about male things running the testosterone. Can't you see the familiarity
and
now?
Remember, I told you, she's the one who started off the SMS saying we were struggling with the boy. So you yourself actually knew he wasn't.
And then he has a girl problem. You call you call it a problem?
Okay, let's move on from that one. Nakwambia I'm only 17, but wherever Benjamin Zulu goes, niko hapo pampa to pampa. Now, Mimi, in this relationship world, sitekete, I take them so seriously.
Thank you.
Asante sana for that. Man, my time is actually running out. Unfortunately, this Kawan SMS has taken up quite a bit. But let's quickly touch on some of the other triggers. Resentment, stagnation, despair. Resentment is that one of shirking responsibility and just dumping it on your partner.
You're right.
Stagnation is you constantly repeating the same mistake. Watu huchoka. People get tired.